Long ago, in a forest so old that even the trees had forgotten their own names, there lived a fox unlike any other. His name was Kiru. And while other animals chased berries, bones, and bright shiny things, Kiru chased something far more valuable. He chased understanding. At the forest's edge lay an ancient village, loud and golden on market days. Merchants argued over coins. A fat badger declared his 40 gold pieces made him the wisest creature alive. A proud stag laughed that wisdom always follows wealth. Kiru walked through the noise quietly. Unnoticed, as he often was. At the far corner of the market sat an old tortoise at a crumbling stall, nothing to sell but a wilting flower in a clay pot. Kiru knelt to her level and asked why she was there. She chuckled softly. She wasn't there to sell, she said. She was there to listen. The market teaches more than any school, if you know how to hear it. Then the royal drum sounded. By order of King O-Shen, the village river was blocked, a drought was coming, and whoever solved the mystery would receive 1,000 gold coins. The market erupted. The crowd charged into the forest in a cloud of dust and jangling coins. Kiru watched them go. He turned to the old tortoise and asked, wasn't she going? She looked at him with ancient eyes and asked one question. Do coins unblock a river? Something clicked behind Kiru's eyes. He smiled slowly, and walked into the forest. Alone. In the opposite direction from everyone else. While the merchants argued upstream, Kiru went downstream. To ask the river what was wrong. He found a dry cracked riverbed, withered plants, and a small lonely frog sitting in a puddle no bigger than a dinner plate. 3 moons ago, the frog told him, the Beaver brothers built a massive dam upstream. They wanted a grand private lake, a palace for themselves. They never thought about anyone downstream. Kiru thanked the frog. And moved upstream, not to fight. But to understand. The dam was enormous. Behind it shimmered a beautiful private lake. The Beaver brothers stood atop it with proud, satisfied grins. The merchants had arrived before Kiru, threatening, shouting, waving coins. And the beavers crossed their arms and did not move. Because threats have never once unblocked a dam. Kiru arrived last and stood quietly at the back. While everyone stared at the dam, he looked more carefully. He saw the flaw, a weak section nervously being patched. And beyond the shimmering lake, he saw what no one else had noticed. The beavers' own tunnels, drowned. Their food stores, ruined. Their home, destroyed by the weight of their own ambition. He stepped forward and asked the Beaver brothers just one question. How is your home? Below the water. The elder beaver's proud smile fell like a leaf in autumn. Their home was ruined, he said quietly. They had built too much. They hadn't planned for the weight of it. Kiru nodded gently. What floods the village downstream, he said, also floods you. A solution that helps the river would help everyone. Including the beavers. The crowd went utterly still. No one had thought to ask the beavers anything. Only Kiru had listened. Kiru sketched a simple design for water gates in the mud. Not to destroy the dam, but to give it wisdom. The elder beaver stared, then nodded slowly, then with wonder. And everyone worked together. The gates were built. The water moved. The dry riverbed filled gently. The little frog leaped. The trees exhaled. The village wells gurgled back to life. The river did not need gold. It needed someone willing to listen. In the king's great hall, the merchants lined up eagerly to take credit. But the frog, the birds, and the old tortoise all pointed to one creature, a quiet red fox near the back, waiting patiently. The king asked how he had done it. No weapon, no gold, no threats. Kiru bowed simply. He had only asked questions, he said. The king offered him the treasury. 1,000 gold coins. Whatever he wished. Kiru looked at the gold. Then at the old tortoise by the door, her wilting flower still in her clay pot. He asked for one thing only. Build a school at the forest's edge, open to every creature. Not just those who can pay. The merchant stared in disbelief. The king was silent for a long moment. Then came a warm, rolling laugh that filled every corner of the hall. At last, said King Oshen. A truly wealthy creature. The school grew into the roots of a great oak at the forest's edge. Young rabbits, old crows, even the beaver brothers came, learning what it meant to build something that served more than themselves. Kiru taught not from books, but from questions. And every evening, he would return to his old mossy log, watch a spider spin its web, and tilt his head, still fascinated. Fireflies glowed softly around him. The river ran. The wells gurgled. Kiru never took the gold. But from that day on, every creature in the ancient forest knew his name, not because he was rich, but because he had made them all richer. Wisdom is the only treasure that grows, when you give it away.